Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We got a pretty decent Mosaic break. We got two of these no huddles, which have an average of an autograph and 10 discos, and we got 10 Mosaic blasters with some oranges. So we got quite a few cards. I think close to 650, I'm guessing, roughly. So if any of you guys don't want your base, let me know. I'll have to filter at least a little bit of it out, but if you don't want any of it, feel free to let me know. I donated a couple thousand base cards to one of the schools here. I know a guy who's a kindergarten teacher, I think, and he's gonna do some things with them at the elementary school, which is cool. Can't believe we're less than a couple days from March. The combine's starting up. Football's right around the corner already, it seems. Not so much football, but the off season, which can be awfully entertaining. Basketball just got their All-Star break. The NHL's in their All-Star break. I got lucky on an optic restock, and I had one extra outside of all the breaks that I'll eventually have going. So I'm going to throw it into this one for you guys, filling this break up and getting it going. You guys are hopping in right away. Thanks for being patient. Took us a little longer to fill this one with it being a little bit bigger. This is 170, so we'll get into it with we'll do the optic blaster first. How crazy would it be when you guys get just an insane hit on a blaster that we're just tossing in? But this is, just appreciation from me. You guys are great. Can't do this without you guys. Let's get into 170. Good luck, everyone. Let's see. I'm going to pull this back just a little bit. Gotta get a little bit more tilt here. There you go. I think that's a little bit better. Must have been a little bit loose. I must have bumped it. Alright. Let's check out these optics. Then we'll just do two blasters at a time. We'll do the no huddle at the end. Yeah, I got lucky and we got 30 of these hanging around on the shelf behind me now. Jordan James, Stafford on the hollow. Milrow, the Graham Mertz on the Purple Shock. Hampton, Ibuka, I think this is the retro. Oh, got excited. Scorton, Dylan Gabriel. Keith gets a nice hit pre-break. Not Shadeur, but still a nice hit. before I get out of control here. I had a good rhythm going. Benjamin Morrison, Jadon Blue, Gunnar Helm, Abdul Carter. That would have been sweet if that was a dart. Either way, good little bonus on top of the break. Like I said, appreciate you guys. Dean, Scott, Dennis, Manny, Keith, all you guys taking a bunch of teams. That makes this so much easier for me. So now we just got to get some big hits. I don't know if you guys remember, but we did have 20 of these. We did 10 in a random teamer quite a while back, and we actually hit no case hits. So I'm really hoping we got some micros or something. I think we had one Genesis and random auto. If we happen to hit one of those NIL cards, which is possible, we'll randomize, 1 through 32 alphabetically. It's been a while since we looked at some Mosaic, other than the Costco boxes. Alright, and the break begins. I'll kind of skip the base. Golden, ETN, Alec Pierce. I'll sort all the base later on. Just gonna make a big old stack of it. Jarquez Hunter. Some base. Mitchell Evans. That card's all beat up. Marquise Brown, Tyler Warren, and Travion. Lamar Jackson on the the touchdown masters. A bunch of base. Gotta get at least one top loader down on the bottom of them. There we go. Feels really thick for 6 cards. I guess it is. Bryce Young, Donovan, Colston Loveland on the notoriety, and a Jaden Higgins. Loveland really impressed me against the Packers as this season progressed. We got something fancy there. Shador, Trey Harris, Javonte on the elevate. That elevate with that blue and orange is really sharp looking outside of it being Chicago colors. Damian Martinez. Savion Williams. There you go, Scott. Not sure why the kid reporter is right there. That one always gets me with the white on the side. Kyle Williams on the notoriety. Brian Branch. On the bang, the orange bang. James Cook, Luther Burden, some base. We got ourselves a honeycomb. We got anyone in the chat? Do we want to sweat anything? Harold Fannin. We'll put it down. Hall of Fame Barry. And some base. We can sweat the honeycomb behind the Josie Jewel here. That's one. Gunnar Helm, Arian Smith, Dan Fouts. If you guys don't want to sweat, I can always just show it quick too. DK Bijan. Happy with that start. Hopefully keep it up. I'm really excited to open those little huddle boxes. We didn't do any Mosaic hobby this year, so at least this will be close. And you never know what. I mean, there could be a gold or a 101 or something in there. All right, boxes 3 and 4. Torrey Horton, T.O. Joe Morris, Derrick Henry on the notoriety. Kyle Williams, K9, that's a nice card on the hollow. George Kittle. Stroud notoriety. Oh, wow. Look at that. Travis Hunter on the auto. Going out to Dennis. Dennis was telling me that he's looking for another auto in this break, actually. And I don't think he expected one. Especially out of a blaster. But there you go, Dennis. Snuck right up on me. I thought it was just a nice hollow. Corey Dillon. Greg Russo on the orange bang. Oh, I think I... There we go. Sean McVay. Cam Miller on the green. Jefferson. See, sometimes these are just blocking really random cards. We got our first Genty. Tyler Warren, Robert Brazil, Travis Hunter on the green, and Caleb Johnson. Nice little stretch we're on here. Shook, Nico Collins, I think after these packs we're just going to look at the honeycomb. We don't want it to hide too long. And it can be our centerpiece if it's a real nice card. Mason Graham. Epic Performers, Amon-Ra. Jackson Haas, Theismann, Nick Scorton, Dante Thornton, DK Metcalf on the green again, Love on the touchdown Masters. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we got ourselves a honeycomb. Oh, it's a Browns rookie. Are you? Oh, Schlesinger. Probably a pretty nice hit, though. I did think it was Shadeur. Just because of the helmet. I really thought it was. It's got to be really close. But a very nice hit for Cleveland. Going out to Keith. You deserve it, man. We'll put that bad boy right in the middle. I would actually think that the Defensive Rookie of the Year's got a little bit of a market. Awesome hit. Alright, we're 4 blasters in. We got Honeycomb and an auto so far. Keep on pushing through. Judkins, Cam Ward on the notoriety. Dropping top loaders. There we go. I didn't make the camera blurry with that bump, did I? Jade on blue. Harvey on the Mosaic. And a Scataboo. Joe Horn, Durbin James, and a Jalen Milroe. Been really tough to find Jackson Dart so far this year. Donovan Jackson. Brazil Games, Jordan Love. Look at the edge of that card. It's like Matthew Golden, touchdown Masters Jordan Love, and the notoriety of Buka on the orange. Nice little pack there. Nice hit for Fabio and for Scott. Not one person in the chat. Come on, guys. I know it's a little bit early. It's a good thing we got 10 blasters before the big stuff. Jarquez Hunter, Tillman, Pat gave me some issues. Christian Watson on the green. Jaden Daniels, touchdown master. And another Judkins. I don't think I've ever seen that Jaden Daniels card. Joe Mixon. Jefferson. I, of course, will go through all the base just in case missed a rookie with how random Mosaic can be. Jalen Walker, Najee, CeeDee Lamb. This box has a little bit of bow to it. Chris Jones, Brian Burns. Not to be confused with Brian Branch. Jordan Watkins. Bowers on the green. There we go. We got our first dart. Abdul Carter. Ty Felton. Now we have 4 blasters left. Kanata Mumpfield, Sam Darnold, Will Howard, Pat Bryant, and Lamar on the touchdown masters. We're gonna have a little Lamar mini rainbow started on the insert. RJ Harvey, Trey Benson on the green. There it is. The regular touchdown masters, and a Travis Hunter. That would be kind of a fun rainbow to chase. I just feel like the biggest issue with the rainbow is you gotta start with an out of 1 or out of 5. Because sometimes those cards just never surface. I've yet to do a rainbow myself. Campbell, Caleb Johnson, another Travis Hunter. Dennis is crushing the break. Travis Hunter so far. Josh Simmons, Gregory Rousseau, what's up, Robert? Welcome in. Damian Martinez, that looks like Antoine Winfield. The picture for this is a little bit goofy. Not goofy in a bad way, just different. I think it'd be really interesting to see what Seattle does with Walker. Gabriel. Keon Coleman, Chris Jones, Jack Beck. Chimeri Dike, Pat Willis. Jack Campbell, Jaden Daniels, touchdown masters, on an orange. That's a nice looking card for Washington. The orange fluorescents are I just think they're so sharp. I forget what colors Mosaic have been in the past, but ooh, that one tricked me. Elijah Arroyo, Barron on the green, Ozzie Newsome. I wonder what made them put Dak on the cover Mosaic this year. Cole Kmet, Malik. On our final two blasters. I'm not sure what Josh or any of the other breakers might do when they do a product, but I usually use boxes and I just try to keep them a little bit contained. Josh actually posted a Donruss case break today for anyone who hasn't seen it. Josh hasn't ran a football break in a while, so go hop in that bad boy. Taj Brooks, Likely, Derrick Henry, Cam Ward. All right, Robert. Thank you for letting me know. You're gonna keep the lying cards on me. I see how it is. Wow, that was a boring pack. Walter Nolan, Jackson Dart, there we go. Genty and an Amon-Ra. That made up for it. Does make it a little bit easier. One team's not too bad. But the Mannies and the Dennises in the world, sometimes when you get 6 teams worth of base cards and hits with top loaders and stuff, I mean, even though, shipping is pretty much $6 or $7 already. Tet, our first Tet, there we go. He was the last one I had in mind that we haven't seen yet. I'm sure there's always one or two I forget. Until they pop up. We haven't seen many hollows. Antonio Gates and a scat. And I'm sure there's one more rookie that I'm not thinking of. Travion, Trent McDuffie, Drake May on the Touchdown Masters. This is going to be a real fun one to sort and get shipped out tomorrow before I go back to work on the weekend. Oh, we got ourselves another honeycomb. We'll put it down right there just to finish these packs since we only got a couple left. It did look like another rookie. That's a wild looking card. Abdul Carter, TJ Watt, Cam Ward. Got ourselves a nice little stretch here. Yeah, I sure hope Cam Ward turns it around, because that'll be like 3 quarterbacks in a row for the Titans that have been kind of duds. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy having Malik Willis on the Packers, but for the organization of the Titans, busts. Scadaboo, Baron, Ibuka. Jamian Sherwood, Brian Burns, Dominic Lovett, Puka. Alright, last blaster pack here. Imana Worry, Calvin on the green. Nice hit for Robert. It's cool that Calvin has finally agreed to be put in products. Alright, let's see our honeycomb. 2 honeycombs and 10 blasters. Not too mad about that. We got a Malachi Starks covering it up. Oh my god, we got another Browns rookie. Could this one be Shadur? Holy smokes. Keith, you better get in here. I almost predicted that on accident. Wow. We're going to move some of these off so I can put that up there. How about the Browns? That is crazy. Well, Keith, I think you, if you plan on selling or grading, I think you should be dang close to breaking even or a little bit of profit. And we didn't even get into the no huddles yet. So hopefully these no huddles treat us well. We gotta open up the pack of sleeves. If any of you guys seen they're on TikTok actually. If any of you guys check out cards there, my guy created something called a Rip Buddy, and it almost looks like a blaster box, but he's got a spot, put sleeves on the bottom and top loaders above it. And they look kind of neat. I might order one actually, because I just leave them. You can kind of see I just leave them loose on the desk here to my left. All right, so we got 2 no huddles. I'll go a little slower through these. Hopefully, some more case hits or some really nice numbered discos. It looks like, I mean, these are basically like a hybrid box. It's not quite hobby, but We got all kind. I mean, we should get an auto in each of them. All the case hits are live. Discos are cool. 12 cards per pack. So, like I said, I mean, these will probably be the only two I get to open this year. As you know, Mosaic usually comes and goes pretty quick. As it's like the last, or it's like the first bigger product, I guess I should say, to hit the market. And Prism and Optic take over, which, I mean, I completely understand. Yeah, so we got, looks like we got a blue. I'll have to learn the number system. Got ourselves a Will Howard. Quinion on the blue disco. That's out of 99, Tim. Moments in Time, Josh Allen. Shuck. And some base. I've always been a fan of the discos. One of the cards I've always wanted to get was Jordan Love Prism Disco. But it's in a graded form. It's pretty pricey. I'm hoping we see, I think pink is a really low number. Of course, black and some of those colors would be really low numbered. Khalil Mullins, Tootin, Brian Thomas, Jackson Dart, I'm not sure how many numbered cards we get per box. I'd imagine we can hit numbered cards that aren't discos. I'd also think that all the discos have some type of value. Tootin really played good towards the end of the year. Or I guess throughout the whole year, but when Jacksonville was playing good, he was more on the radar of everybody. R.J. Harvey, Gabriel, Austin Hooper, Gene Higgins, guess I've never really shopped for just the base version of like a vet in a disco form. Warren Sapp, Marshall Falk, Tommy Malott, Micah on the hollow, Montage, Jaden Daniels. That's a sharp looking card. Some base. Nice hit, Keith. I really like that one. Another blue. The only problem with so many cards is it's harder to just pull one. We got Tyler Booker, Jalen Lane, Dion Branch on the blue. Keith, I don't know if you're live or if you're falling behind, but you got quite the nice setup. Dion Branch up on the display up there. Another blue. And a greenish. Terrence Ferguson. Men of Mastery Drake May. Is this a case hit this year? Oh, and a Shuck Auto. Look at that. This looks like it should be a case hit. I don't know if it is or not. But it sure looks like it is. And a Shuck Auto out of blue. So no number, but we got an auto. What a pack. I forget who had the Saints. I think it was Manny. I'm running out of spots up here. With a Genty. I gotta look on eBay really quick to see what the Men of Mastery. Oh, maybe it's not a case hit. I think it just looks really cool. It reminded me of there's a card a couple of years ago that had the rainbows like that. Not the kaleidoscopic, but a different one. And it looks just like that. But it was a case hit. Tricked me, Mosaic. You tricked me. Awesome hit, though. Malachi Starks. Scattaboo. Jalen Waddle out of 50. Going out to Dennis. Matthew Golden and some base. Well, you missed the blasters, Keith, but you're here for the fun stuff. Now that looks like a... Oh my god, hurts my brain. Dominic Lovett. Bijan. Genty on the introductions. See, it looks like maybe it looks like the kaleidoscopic from last year. A nice hit for the Raiders. Keith. I mean, even just getting a Bijan. I think the discos just add that little bit of excitement. Tet. So you got 4 to go here. We got ourselves another out of 50, unless that's pink. I think pink would be even lower. Monteworry, Will Campbell. The bus on the Hall of Fame. That might be pink, actually. 3 out of 20. Nice hit, Pittsburgh. Went out to Manny. Would have been sweet if it was Rogers or something. Oh, throwing base cards. I've had quite a bit of luck hitting the Saints this year. Milrow, Cole Kmet, Jerry Jeudy. Bunch of base. Blue and regular. I think it's an insert. Pat Bryant. Savion. There we go, Scott. Oh, we got a carbon copy. T. Higgins and Tet McMillan. Now this would go to the Bengals based on left to right. That's a nice little card. Savion is 40 out of 99. Last box of number 1. Keandre Lambert Smith, Mumpfield. Oh, Mason Graham falling out of my hand. Nice little brown hit to end the first box. Keith is on a roll. Ooh, need a drink after talking so long here. I appreciate you guys being good sports with me just kind of skipping the majority of the base cards. I know when I first started doing this, I would have never done that. It's hard to believe I've been doing these breaks and stuff with you guys for like 4 years now. Alright, last box. Let's hopefully hit, I don't know what number would be less than, or what color would be less than pink other than black and maybe gold. I don't know if there's a, I know in the past they've had like a blue fluorescent in the middle. Jimmy Horn. Tyreek on the blue. 70 out of 99. And a Tavondre. Another Jalen Milrow. A lot of Jalen Milrows today. Dennis hit both Waddle and Tyreek on the numbered. It's crazy how many inserts like this are not in the blasters. Or they must be extremely rare, perhaps. Like that carbon copy. I haven't seen one of those in any blasters. I wasn't ready for the duel. I still dream one day to hit one of you guys a one-on-one. Kelvin Banks, Matthew Golden, One day. Torrey Horton, Tyler Warren, Steve Young on the no huddle. That's 8 to go, maybe 9. Dante Thornton, Zabel, Montage JSN. Nice hit, Seattle. Judkins. And a bunch of base. Graham Mertz, DJ Giddens, Pat Bryant on the blue, 24 out of 99. Nice hit, Antonio. Yeah, purple or pink. That'd be cool to hit one of those as an auto, actually. I don't know if that exists or not. Derek Harmon. Shuck. Woody Marks. 19 out of 50. I believe it was Dean that snagged the Texans. Another Tet. Six to go. Still should see one more auto. Man, I just want to see black coming off the edge there. Quinn Ewers. Oh, that was one of the rookies we haven't seen yet. McMillan on the introductions. Gabriel. Keith, do you want all your base cards if you're still in here? No problem sending them. I just, with this many, this big of a break's got a lot of base cards. And some people just throw them away, so. Got ourselves another pink. LeJonte Wester, Mason Taylor, Trevor Etienne, 11 out of 20. Awesome hit, Carolina. Dennis. Here, let me write that down quick. You only want the base for those two? Chicago and Cincy. I appreciate that, Keith. Makes it a little bit easier. I mean, I'm sure everyone that does this has different ways of organizing cards. I like to, you can't really see it, but underneath the teams, I try to organize as much as I can by conference through the break. But with all the blasters, I just put them in one stack. Or we would have been here for 2 hours, which is okay, but talking to yourself for 2 hours. All right, we got 4 to go. Let's see. Auto, case hit, 101, something. Tet, Tucker Craft, T.O. on the disco. Colston Loveland. Haven't seen a ton of him. Tajay Spears. Haven't heard that name in a little bit. Travion, Cam Ward, Mike Evans. Yeah, Cam Ward with no rookie sign. Let's hope Panini doesn't jip us out of an auto. Should be that one right there, I think. Maxwell Hairston. Thurman Thomas for Miami. Oh, nope. Jonathan Taylor, Amarian Hampton on the carbon copy. Going out to the Colts. 22 out of 99 for the Thurman. Miami doing real good on the numbered hits. RJ Harvey. All right, Panini, don't let me down. Maybe that blue one's the auto. Kenneth Grant. Lad on the Meta Mastery. Going up to the Chargers. Dylan Sampson. Keith does it again. We end with some base. Man, I really think these mastery cards are awesome. I gotta look at the edge of the box one more time. That was the last pack. I'll do a quick recap. I just wanted to read this Meta Mastery stuff. if it even says anything about it. Nothing too crazy. Just says no Huddle silver. Anyway, quite a good break, actually. We had 2 good autos, 2 honeycombs, a lot of good inserts. No crazy quarterback inserts except the Shuck auto. But overall, we had a couple really big hitting teams. Plus, we hit the Travis Hunter auto early on. We got a ton here, so I'll go through them just kind of quickly. I probably could have put quite a few more over into this pile, but 700 cards with a limited space goes really quickly. But that's okay. At least I got a little bit of the base sorted through the last 2 boxes. Oh, I'll give you guys a little behind the scenes. So we got AFC stack, NFC stack. And as I go through this little hit parade here, I'll do the same, and I'll just makes sorting a little bit easier. The Orange Fluorescent, Jaden Daniels, Gabriel, Damian Martinez, Travis Hunter, Lamar, Jackson Dart, Love, Harvey, Scattaboo, Quinion out of 99, Montage, Jaden Daniels. And some of these were the ones we just went through. I like this Moments in Time, Josh Allen, Travis Hunter, Devontae. Plus, doing it this way gives me 2 chances to sort, make sure I get everything in the right spot. TJ Watt in the orange, Ward, Travion, Scattaboo, Dart, Tet, Genty, Cam Ward, 2 different orange Amon-Ra's, Robert, Shuck, Genty, Cook, Kyle Williams, Savion, Jonathan Taylor, Thurman, Mike Evans, Cam Ward, T.O. in the disco. Carolina did good on overall. Ewers, Woody Marks, Tet, Woody Marks out of 50, Pat Bryant, JSN, Steve Young, Devondre Sweat, Tyreek, Mason Graham, Savion. Yeah, carbon copy going up to the Bengals, Jerry Jeudy, the Bus out of 20, Tet, Bijan, Genty, Jalen Waddle out of 50, Mena Mastery, Drake May, Deion Branch, Vlad McConkey. I think these are my favorite. I gotta look up the checklist and see if there's any cards I want to get out of there. Samson on 1 auto, Shuck on the other. And we hit the bonus out of the blasters with the Travis Hunter. Shadeur, Gabriel on the hollow, double Browns honeycomb. What a break for the Browns. I don't know if we got some card dust in this one. If you plan on grading this one, Keith, I'm sure Josh can flatten that little spot out. It's just like a little tiny dust on the top. But I don't want to mess with it too much. Two awesome honeycombs. Probably the best 2 honeycombs I've seen in a while. So I'm going to put these 4 right into a team bag right here, right now for you, Keith. Make sure they don't get any dust in them. Your 4 bigger hits. All right, everyone, I'm going to get sorting. Thank you for coming out. It was a great break. Like I said, Josh has a Donruss case breakup right now. I have 30 optic blasters on the shelf and 10 select. So we got to figure out what to do with those as the next couple weeks go on. Have a good weekend. Tomorrow is Friday Junior, and I'll see you guys in the next one.